I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics drier than the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the
Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot. Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You don't wanna violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, villain ain't Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that'll you with the real shook, scared to death, act, yo. X that, look at shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she make me wanna get all in the, yo. Top mistress of the videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the, make you feel it all in your toes. Hot, got all my people in red clothes. Metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros.
Do
like
you really
that.
wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me,
Ain't gonna be trust. Yo, it's a must that you heard of us. Yo, we murder us. A lot of people is wondering and they curious. I mean, in my unit do it is so mysterious. Furious, all of my people is serious. Shook others be walking around fearing us. Front, baby, like you don't wanna be hearing us. Gotta listen to Harry, he'll be playing us. 30 times a day to make you delirious. Damaging everything all up in your area. Yo, it's funny how all the be always serving us. All up in between they where they wanna carry us. Hit you good, then I hit them off with the alias. Various, they wanna marry us. Yo, it's flip mode, you stupid, you know we bout to bust. 7-figure money, the label preparing us. Bite the dust instead of you making the fuss. People know better cause they ain't no comparing us. Mad at us, yes you know better, we fabulous. Hit my people off with the flow, that be marvelous. Oh, my whole clique victorious. Taking no prisoners with us, straight up warriors. When I feel it, then I know you be feeling so glorious. Then we blitz and reminisce on my people notorious.
do you really wanna party
Like
with me?
that,
Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me.
This is a city that's hosted more Super Bowls than almost anybody else. And, oh yeah, Brock, they've won a couple of their own along the way, too. We're in the home of the Buccaneers, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're underway in prime time on Thursday Night Football. And look at this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he takes this in to the 40-yard line before going down. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Man in motion here. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard. Well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Motioning Burks left. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Catch made underneath by the back. And they hit him right after he made that catch. That's going to deny him the first. It's 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They throw it out quick to the left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Here we go, here we go. Let go.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 37. His first throw is an interception. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him add in a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Tight end in motion left. To the air, 3rd and long. Brought in right side. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little shorter than 35.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Bills with a punt team out there. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. No return on that punt. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense.
Ready, set.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Get it. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little shorter than 35.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. He even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Okay, I'll give some credit to the defense there. Limited the gain to the outside, contained him for minimal yardage, but it was going to be tough to stop him from getting a first down as close as they were to the sticks.
Ready. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Let's go now.
They send a man in motion.
Ready, ready.
Another carry for him. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He gets a look, and oh, he got it! Interception!
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Give them a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Allen, the motion man left. Here's 2nd and 7. Jump off caught by his back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're set up with it after the pick to end the first. They kick the running back in motion. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. He'll pass it this time. That one's cut along the left sideline. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Let's go.
He'll throw it. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They send the tight end in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Throw caught by his running back. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. And they make the tackle. I'm not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock, as they turn it over on downs. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Offense up to the line fast. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready.
Play action with Richardson. That's caught for the 1st. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Come on, set.
From the red zone now. Headed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go, here we go.
They've got a man in motion. They'll run now on second down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hurry.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Richardson on third. Oh, no, they get him yet again.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the third interception, man, he is killing his team.
First and 10, they're going to throw. Looking slant route, complete. Still has some space up near midfield. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills get the game's first points here in the second. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
That one splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And this one doesn't go far. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. The Buccaneers driving ahead. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Get it. Let go.
Throwing from the pistol, Richardson. Escapes the pocket. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes out to the left. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Bills take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Buccaneers have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Throwing now off play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face second down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Putting a receiver in motion. They'll throw again. Richardson. On the move, headed right. To the right and hauled in by Jones. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
The throw is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Tampa spends its second timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Ready? Mustang 19.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers tie this game 7-7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Evans now to return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. On the return, here's Jones. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they are just a hop and a skip away from midfield as he goes out of bounds up beyond the 45. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Ready?
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up.
Come on.
Man in motion here. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Hits his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch. And it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And he's got it for the touchdown. But while they celebrate, back near the line, we've got a flag, Brock, in the neighborhood we usually see holding. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Running it after the penalty. No one around. He's got space. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during a game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run. Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throwaway.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal.
Ready.
They'll try and punch it in. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Ball spotted right back at the line, so no gain. And now they've got to get 9 on third and goal.
Ready. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Bills get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
They're now set for first and 10. They give it to him again. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one. Softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, second and 9. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now they need to get 4 on third down. They put a receiver in motion here left. Shotgun now on third down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one intended for the running back. And 4th and 4 coming up. They'll bring out the punter here. And this will be his second effort of the contest. They're out and set, first and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Plowing up the middle. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more. and they know it.
Ready?
Second down now, 7 to go.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. Buys time, rolling right. And they pick him off again. Jukes out a one-stop. And the Bills take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Throwing from the gun here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the 4th. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Running this one left. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Call it 1 yard on the run. That's going to set up 4th and 7. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. Crosses midfield, and he's still going. It doesn't look like it. And in, touchdown Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers take a 4th quarter lead. Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers take a 4-point lead. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Here's Carter on the return. Return's looking good so far. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
Trailing by one score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
They'll run here on first down. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
2nd and 10 now. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They're going play action. Brought in right side.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
So now here's 3rd and 5. We send a man in motion. 3rd down from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked on a guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up. Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
From the 39. Throwing the out route complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Working quickly here. He'll throw it. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers drive their lead to 11. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Evans now to return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. They left him wide open. It's complete. A gain of 27 yards there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Throwing from the gun. Has the connection to right. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now they have 3rd and short.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
That's caught at the 4. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
So here comes a big play. Bills going for 2. They'll try to run it in. And he's into the end zone, so the 2-point try pays off. They cut the deficit to just a field goal here in the 4th. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Returnable from the 2. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Buccaneers only up by a few. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a give left side. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A great play defensively. They forced a loss despite the penalty, and they just went ahead and declined it. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Panther Street! Panther Street! Dragon 60!
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Chased out to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Viking 18!
They've got a man in motion.
Ready?
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Makes a cut left. And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers making a 9-point advantage. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers make it a 10-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Carter on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing it to start this drive. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Right up the gut. And he'll go down here at the 16. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Back-to-back carries here. Juke the defender. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Sound the cannons, baby. The Buccaneers win it here in Tampa. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront.